is recognized to speak on the bill.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. President and members. The first thing that I would like to say is I would like to say a very big debt of gratitude and thanks to the chairman of the Finance Committee. I agree with you. The method by which you came to this budget is one of the most unique, but that's what makes this such a good bill, because we had so many people involved in the debate and the dialogue on a regular basis. And that's why I believe this is a bill that must pass. The education portion of this bill is most important to all of us. And this budget represents choices, choices that solidify education as our #1 priority in the state of Texas. It makes tough choices. It actually is the largest part of this budget. 46% of the budget of the state of Texas in GR represents Article 3, public education, not even higher education, but public education. And we are in a recession. Hopefully, just as Senator Ogden expressed, we're coming out of that, but we still have to deal with what we have today. This not only makes tough choices, but it makes prudent choices. It makes cuts in the education in a way that does not decimate our public schools in the state of Texas. We have heard from so many of our constituents, from so many of our school districts, and every time I talk to someone, they say, please sustain the Senate budget in education. It also makes very sound decisions and choices by investing, as you heard, as Senator Ogden said, $5.9 billion above the base bill, and also the important supplementary programs that move education forward. This budget returns in funding $5.9 billion over the introduced bill. That represents $5.3 billion that goes back to the Foundation School Program, and that also is in the base bill. It is about a 15% cut. We have now gone back, and this will now provide that reduction is less than an average of 6% across the board. This will not level our school districts. This will not devastate our school districts. This budget spends $389 million to make absolutely sure that our students have access to instructional materials from Proclamation 2011, which we are in right now. It assures that our students have the necessary materials to succeed under our new post-secondary readiness curriculum. The budget focuses on priority programs to ensure that our students succeed. Senator West, as you well know, we put $194 million in, not just for intervention programs, but for prevention programs for our struggling students. It focuses another $50 million in our dropout programs, and it gives $20 million, Senator Hinojosa, to communities in schools. This budget, at the end of the day, is going to be one that I know all of us will have to do a lot of soul searching on. But I know that Article 3 is a uniquely important part of this budget. To each one of you, every single one of you have come to me or to a member of our subcommittee, and I would like to thank Senator Seliger, Senator Duncan, Senator Estes, Senator Patrick, and Senator West for serving on this subcommittee with me. This product is better today because of your help. But every single one of you has at one time or another come and shared your concerns and your thoughts and your ideas about public education and how to craft this most important part of our budget. I know each of us shares a common passion, and we're very defensive in our position on behalf of our school districts. There are several reasons for this, but chief among them is I know that each one of you are committed to funding public education. It is our primary and fundamental legal and constitutional duty that government provide to its citizens. I believe, with all of these reasons and more, Senate Committee Substitute to House Bill 1 deserves to pass. Not because we think that this is enough, not because we think that this is too much. We have people on both sides of this issue, but because it represents our collective and courageous effort to do our best with all the information and all the resources that we have at hand. I have appreciated probably this session more than any that I have served in, the opportunity and the willingness for each of you to dig down and study education like you've never done before. It makes me very proud to know that people in this body care that deeply for the school children of Texas. It is likely that few people will ever recognize the hard work that each and every one of you have done for public school systems and the work that we have done, sometimes been criticized for. But I am convinced, and I am confident in saying to you today, that the alternative to this bill represents an unsustainable blow to public education in this state. And I believe, and I know, that each of you know that, and that each of you will think about that very seriously when you cast your vote. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.